Like now when I'm windows down blasting music, some people are looking at me like, what does this guy want us to hear his music? Like what like why is he blasting music? I'm like doing this to save lives.
Yeah.
I'm doing this for
You're blasting Fetty Wap to save lives.
Oh, but with the windows down.
Yeah.
Out in the street, they call it
Uncut Jams.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Uncut Jams. Today on the show, extra special guest. She loves sound effects, just not being that loud. Makes noise for Monica Gross.
They were too loud before. It gave me a headache.
I had to tell the people to chill.
Yeah, I have sensitive ears.
Very sensitive ears?
I don't know. I don't like just
Loud music?
loud things.
When you're driving, do you ever just turn music up like really loud?
No.
Never. Yeah.
Some people do in my car, and I'm like, this isn't fun for me.
I think when I was driving you, I think I did try to turn it up, and you're like, down a little bit. Let's not get too crazy here.
No, we were playing Bad Baby's diss track to Alabama Barker. And look, I was popping off. It was fun, but I was like, we have to turn it down a little bit.
Yeah, we can pop off. We can just pop off at a medium decibel level.
We can pop off at a medium decibel level.
My mom freaks out whenever I turn the music up while I drive too. She's like,
It hurts.
Yeah, not this much. It like makes her nervous.
Oh yeah.
Music being loud. Do you feel nervous when you hear loud music?
Because then like you can't hear if there's like cars or like an ambulance or whatever, you know?
So now that's very true. And for you young kids out there and people that like to blast their music that haven't learned this lesson the hard way. One time I was blasting music windows up and almost got clapped by an ambulance.
Probably, yeah.
Because they were going through on a red, like they're red, and I was going through on a green, didn't hear woo, woo, woo. So ever since then, if I blast music like really loud, I roll the windows down.
Oh, yeah. So the ambulance can hear the music and be like, that's why he's not moving.
What?
No, I know what you're saying. I know. I was trying to make a joke.
I got lost in it.
That's okay.
Yeah,
I almost got clapped on Lakeshore today.
Today?
Yeah.
What happened?
I was trying to merge on, and there's like nowhere for me to fucking go because you have to merge on like immediately. And there's a guy in the right lane, and I'm like, you're gonna have to move because I'm here. And we were both in the lane like at the same time, and I was like, could you move? And he had to we were both in, and then he moved and I moved.
But your ass was out in the line of fire for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I guess we're sharing the lane.
Yeah.
And there was space for him to move over.
Oh, I hate when people do that.
Yeah. Just go.
Use some common decency.
Yeah.
Let me in.
Let me in.
Yeah. Some people just want to keep you out. Some people don't want to see you win.
Some people don't want to see you win. They want to see you drive off the corner of Lakeshore into the dead end.
Like now when I'm windows down blasting music, some people are looking at me like, what does this guy want us to hear his music? Like what an asshole. Like why is he blasting music? I'm like doing this to save lives.
Yeah.
I'm doing this for
You're blasting Fetty Wap to save lives.
Oh, but with the windows down.
Yeah. I'd also like to point out to everyone on the podcast that this is not my good side, but I'm sitting on this side because Hannahville Dune required the entire podcast to be changed for her good side. So now I'm on my bad side for the podcast.
Yeah, we switched it around for one woman, but if we did it for two, it'd just get out of hand. And then we're gonna switch it the next time too.
What? I think someone's gonna fucking ask for something else. What the fuck are
next
we?
thing you know, we'll be doing this podcast upside down for a girl that only looks good from upside down. The fuck?
That's next.
I wonder what if we just flipped it? No, then it wouldn't
go to
work.
space. Girl's like, I don't look good with gravity.
I don't look good on land. We have to do this podcast underwater.
We should do it in a submarine. It's crazy work.
We're literally just drowning with snorkels on. Every time we talk, we're letting air and water in our mouths.
You're like, stove.
She's like, but I look good from this angle. Like, I will drown to look good. What's the craziest thing you've ever done to look good?
Oh, the craziest thing I've ever done to look good. I don't know. What's the craziest thing you've ever done? And I'll think about the craziest thing I've ever done.
I don't know. I tried the man bun thing for years. I would say like it was not a crazy thing, but it was like a style at the time. But I noticed like if you're under 6 foot and you do a man bun, you just look like you're a hobbit. You just look like it's just like long hair just doesn't pop as good on shorter guys.
No.
So now I just settled with a mullet.
Well, I started getting my eyelashes done, and it's like a fucking process.
You do the big ones? You ever done the big ones?
No, like I have them done now.
Yeah.
So you go to somewhere and you have to lie there with your eyes closed for like 2 hours, and on every eyelash that you have, they glue on a fake extension.
Okay.
Onto your
Each personal eyelash.
each personal eyelash.
How many eyelashes do we have? Give or take.
I don't fucking know.
Over under. Let's think about it and Google
Per
it.
eye?
Per eye.
Per face.
Per eye.
Per eye. So we're talking top and bottom together.
Okay.
Top and bottom together.
You go first.
I'm gonna say.
Oh, I forgot you have eyelashes on the bottom.
On the
too.
bottom,
Yeah,
yeah.
but I don't think as many. It feels like there's more on top. I'm gonna say 65.
Okay.
Over under 65.
I say over 65.
Over 65. What do you
Yeah.
think, Danté?
What do you think, Dante?
You say under 65?
He said
I
65
I
or
said
under.
I said 65
You know what?
as
I'm
the
gonna
number.
change 200.
Oh, so 65 was a bad number.
I don't know. I thought 200 was a bad number when you said 65. So I don't know.
You thought
but then
200.
Dante giggled.
Okay.
So I decided to go with my original of 200.
For those of you listening at home, get your guesses in. How much eyelashes you think we have? Dante?
Okay. On average, wait, what's your final answer?
200.
200.
Okay, now my final answer.
No, you can't change
can't
your
change
final
it?
No,
Okay,
no,
I'll
no.
say-
You have
Okay,
time.
fine,
You
fine.
lock it in. You lock 200.
Okay, final answer. Because
Okay.
based off your... Okay.
Someone's listening being like, these are the dumbest people I've ever seen in my life.
This guy's counting.
120.
Why'd
Okay.
you touch them? Like as if that would...
I wanted
Are
to
you
feel-
counting?
Give or
Are you
take.
counting with your finger?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
Yeah, honestly. I was like 10, 20, 30,
I guess
40,
you can
50.
kind of feel them.
I feel like there's about 60 on top, 60 on the bottom.
Okay. On average, humans have between 150 and 250 eyelashes
Per eye?
on their upper eyelid.
On their
Oh,
upper.
on their upper.
And what was your number?
My number was 200.
For
It's probably
whole
about
eye.
300, yeah.
Well,
What about the lower?
on the lower, on average, it's only 50 to 100.
Oh,
Oh.
you're almost bang on then.
yeah.
I was
so
almost bang on.
roughly, a person has a total of 200 to 275 eyelashes per eye.
That's pretty sick. Yeah. Shout out to all the eyelashes out
Shout
there.
out to all the eyelashes. In my head, I thought 200 to 300, and then you said 65, and I'm like, I think I'm a fucking moron.
No,
but
I'm the
you
moron.
were the moron.
I'm the moron. Yeah, I'm the guy that's bad at math. When
Wow.
I counted my lashes quick, I don't know how it only felt like 30 on top.
You're like, okay.
There's fucking
I'm saying
150 up there.
56.
God damn. But I guess some of my lashes, I counted two as one. You know.
I think though I should know. Like I should know because I've gotten every individual one put on my face.
And do you have to pay per lash?
No,
I don't think they put 100 on there.
no, but they put a
I think
lot.
they're skipping a couple.
Yeah.
I think they're skipping a couple.
Do an audit of
It'd
it.
be funny if like you feel them, you're counting in your head as they're putting it on. You're like, I think I have about 75 more lashes, and I paid for the whole top. Did I not?
No, you pay like, so the first time is like 2 hours or whatever, and it's like the most intensive one. And then it's like, if you come back in 2 weeks, it's like $70. But if you come back in 3 weeks because more have fallen off, it's like $100.
Oh
know?
shit. So
And
yeah,
then if you like miss 4 weeks, then you have to start it from the beginning.
start from the bottom.
Start from the bottom, yeah.
And that one costs the most.
Yeah, that's like you're starting it
That's
all
a crazy
over.
hustle.
Yeah.
Lash.
You gotta re-up on your lashes.
Yeah. It's a crazy hustle, but it's also like imagine the person like sitting there like gluing each lash to your lash. I'm like, I would die and then I would poke someone's eyes out.
One thing I've noticed in our generation, two of the hottest professions on the up and coming hot girl professions is lash techs and teeth whiteners.
Yeah, I need to whiten my
Girls
teeth.
that go to your house and personally whiten your.
Didn't you
I did that
have
one time.
that? Yeah.
And then lash techs, they're always like pretty hot girls. Is your lash tech hot?
Oh, you mean hot girls like physically hot?
I mean the girls that are working those jobs.
I thought you meant like they're hot jobs, like they make money, like they make like they're doing
but-
well in the industry. But you meant physically attractive.
I meant
girls.
physically attractive girls.
Yeah, my lash techs are. I've had 2, and they're really hot.
Shout out.
Yeah, and then actually I had one girl that worked at the dentist that I went to, and she was like, if you want to like come and get your teeth whitened like on the side, I'm not supposed to be like advertising this at work. Like she was pretty hot.
Yeah, this girl, the one that whitened my teeth, I met her at a comedy show, and she's just like, I whiten teeth, and I could see yours needs some help. No.
I think though that's the way to like get you with this aesthetic stuff, because like I get my hair lasered off, and I once went and she pinched my fat, and she's like, you should get cool sculpting right here and she pinches my fat. And I'm like, well, now I'm going to fucking get cool sculpting because I want to kill myself.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh my God.
But yeah. And then if someone
I did
comes
it.
up to you.
I went for it.
And someone's like, you have yellow teeth. I think I could fix that. Obviously, you're going to get it done because you're like, I don't want fucking yellow teeth.
No, she didn't actually say that, but but it's true though. That
she
is
was like, I saw you on stage and you could use it.
Yeah. Oh, here's my card. You want to get those things sparkling? I'm like, all right, sick. And she was really hot and nice too. And while she was like doing the whole thing, I had, this thing in my mouth that makes me impossible to talk. But she's trying to talk to me as every fucking dentist does. And then all of a sudden she's like, can I take a phone call? I'm like, yeah, sure. Her friend calls, and it sounds like it's like a really entertaining phone call. She's like, what? What? They did what? and then when she got off, she's like, do you want to hear about this? I'm like, yeah, I can't talk right now. I'd love to hear a good story. So her friend was on a date with a guy that's like, I want to take you shopping. And she's like, don't take me shopping if you can't fucking take me shopping. Because when I go shopping, I go shopping.
Wow, I love that for her.
And then they go in the store and she starts shopping. And then all of a sudden, this guy fucking just ditched her at the store. He's like, no, I didn't know it was like that, yo. When you said you go shopping, I didn't know it meant that.
I love that for her.
Yeah.
I need that kind of confidence. Like even these girls that you're telling me that you're seeing on Hinge. Can I talk about that?
I mean, I wouldn't love it, but go ahead.
Okay. Well, no, I just.
It's not even that I'm seeing though. I'm just seeing.
You're seeing their profiles.
I'm seeing profiles.
You're seeing profiles on Hinge that are like, spoil me and like I want to have money, and it's like pop off if that's your goal.
I know, but then I'm like, yeah, you're so pretty, but like I'll never find out what your personality's like because I can't spoil.
Yeah, but she doesn't want you either.
I know, but I'm just saying I don't like it.
And she doesn't like you.
No, I know. I was telling Monica a story about like a couple of years ago. I asked this girl out, and she's like, yeah, let's go. And I was like, all right, let's go get tacos. And she's like, I like tequila. I'm like, I like tequila too. Let's go get some tacos and tequila. She's like, I don't like tacos. I like steak. And I'm like, yo, what the hell? I'm like, that is not the response I can do. Like, you can get steak tacos. Let's go, baby.
You can get.
But I just never talked to her again after that. I was like, I just realized right away, I'm like, this is not a relationship that could ever form into anything.
You can get steak at Chipotle.
Mm-hmm.
You can get that steak option.
Like who?
But that's kind of good because
if you're too good for tacos, you're definitely too good for me.
Well,
or you suck.
That's not related.
No, but I'm saying I like tacos, and if you're disrespecting tacos like that, I'm not gonna have it. That's a red flag.
Yeah.
If you're anti-taco, like there's a taco for everyone. There's like. There's all kinds of tacos.
Taco.
If you don't eat meat, there's veggie tacos you can get. If you only eat fish, fish tacos are great.
Taco lives matter.
Right?
Yeah. There's a lot of tacos, and there's a lot of different places that you can get tacos. Like, you can get expensive, nice tacos.
You can go to a taco place that will feel like you're buying a steak sometimes.
Exactly.
You get three tacos, and you're like, how's that $50?
Exactly. Or you can go to a cheap one. Like, it's really diverse.
Yeah. So let's talk about it.
But you know what's good about that girl, though? Is she was like, hey, like, I want to fucking eat steak. Like, she didn't waste your time. You didn't waste her time. She was just like, I want to eat steak. And you were like, I don't want to do that. And then off you guys went. She maybe found someone who will buy her steak.
I didn't want to bring it up, but 2 years later, I still see on her Instagram posts about her being fucking lonely and men ain't shit and blah, blah, blah.
Same with you.
What? I'm not making posts about being lonely.
No, you're not making posts about being lonely, but like I guess you're both like.
Unless you count me screaming about it in the shower while I cry, if that's a post.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, no, it's true. I guess this generation is all cursed and we're all gonna fucking die alone.
I don't think so. I recently went on a bachelorette and everyone's like married and stuff.
And
it's like it's like interesting how different pockets of people are so different. Like I have some friends and they're like, yeah, everyone's married, everyone's in a relationship. And then I have other friends, same age, same city, and they're like, yeah, everyone's single and we're all dying alone. And I'm like, we're all just like people, you know?
One girl that I went on a date with once told me about how she doesn't like bachelor parties because she's seen what happens at bachelorette parties and she can only imagine what happens at bachelor parties, right? And I said, why? What happens at bachelorette parties? She said she went to a male strip club and girls were literally sucking the strippers' dicks in front of all their friends. And I'm like, that does not happen at bachelor parties, yo.
That doesn't happen.
So if somebody's getting their dick sucked, they're at least doing it in the privacy of a bathroom or something.
Yeah.
Like it's a little bit wild that like that's pretty embarrassing.
They were sucking men's dicks at the male strip club?
Like girls that are about to get married have a dick in the fucking back of their throat and all their friends are cheering them on.
Really? I've never.
I don't
been
know
to
if
a
you're
bachelorette
acting right.
like that.
Yeah?
We did fake
maybe-
watercolor tattoos at our bachelorette.
You've never seen a girl suck a dick at a bachelorette party?
No.
That's good.
We make like jokes about like, haha, there's a stripper coming, but like
Yeah.
there's no stripper coming.
Yeah, that's wild.
What would you do for your bachelor party if you were getting
Me?
married?
I do like a bunch of activities.
Yeah.
I've honestly I've been to strip clubs enough. I've seen it all. I've already had that whole life. I would like to just do a bunch of like sports and games where me and my friends find out who's the best at shit. We'll be
Just a bunch of races.
we'll be racing.
You know what?
Playing ball, ATVs, all that shit. Like that would be fun.
You know what, Jam? I have a bone to pick with this podcast.
Go for it.
Hannah Valdoon was on this podcast, and you said that she wasn't hot enough to be the flag girl in the fucking corner yucks alleyway.
Okay.
What's that about? And then
I'll explain it.
No, and then
this
you
is wow. I'm getting ambushed here.
and then you thought to yourself, you know what would be a great clip for this episode to put on Instagram? Me telling Hannah she's not hot enough to be the flag girl in the fucking alleyway.
Okay, I can even justify that even more.
Fine, go.
Okay, number one,
You're wrong.
she said the flag girls are always the hottest girls, and that's why I said we'll have to find a different girl then.
Hannah's the hottest girl. I don't understand.
All right,
the
fair
question.
enough. Next up, why would I make it a clip? Now I've turned that whole thing in comedians and alleys racing me. So many people got interested in it that I've actually just started doing it, and I filmed one the other day, and it might be a hit. We'll find out.
Comedians and alleyways racing you.
Yeah. So I do a quick little interview, 3-minute interview, shoot the shit about comedy and why you think you can beat me in a race. And then we raced. My first victim was Ian Fergus. I spoiled it by saying victim, my bad. But he was so confident that he was going to win. He's like, I'm going to show up in flip-flops just to make a point. That's what he said, right? He shows up. I'm in jeans and a sweater. He's in shorts, T-shirt, running shoes. He did not show up in flip-flops to prove a point. He showed up in he had spandex shorts under his fucking shorts. This is how seriously he took it.
That's crazy.
I'm wearing jeans and a sweater, and I fucking beat him. I didn't smoke him, but I beat him by like 5 feet. Like I beat him by enough.
That's a smoke. If it's not like neck and neck.
No, definitely wasn't neck and neck. I could feel him breathing on my neck for the first 20 yards, and then I pulled away.
Yeah, that's a smoke, dude.
You know what's oh sorry, go on.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say you had bonggun on the podcast, right?
Yeah, what do you got a fucking problem with the way I talked to him about eating dogs?
No,
It'd be so sick if you just had a gripe for every clip I've ever posted. Why'd you say this
imagine?
about bonggun?
I have them in my phone. I'm like, so this clip was bad. No,
I'm actually thinking back now, and almost so many of my clips are me disrespecting the guest in some way.
yeah, they are. It's you
so-
asking Kirby Darius like about racism, and
Yeah.
he's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And that's the clip.
The clip is talking about how I'm surprised that he has 7 brothers and sisters from
Yeah.
the same dad. No, that is crazy. No, that's probably the best. That's probably my best clip ever. People are like, yeah, that's true. That's fucking wild.
Yeah. No, but so you had Bonggun on, and Bonggun does the videos where it's like, "What is your dream?"
Yeah.
And then he runs away, and then
Right.
you run after him,
Yeah, yeah.
right? So many people when I did Bonggun's video, they were just commenting on my run. And I didn't realize how much you had to run for his videos. I stopped running. He's like, you have to keep running. I'm like, what is this? A fucking marathon? I have
Oh
to
my God.
run down the
You have
whole
to do 5
alleyway.
takes too?
Yeah, you have to do. But anyways, it was funny because someone watched my clip and they were like, you run like chest first. Like I don't know. And then I
can see that, yeah.
I watch yours, like your run, because I know you're a good runner and I know no one thinks you're a good runner.
Yeah.
And you run like head first. Like you like if you watch your own run, and I think it's because you were like a football player, right?
Probably.
Yeah, so everyone was like, your run's so funny about mine.
You know which I got shit on for that? One where it was wintertime. It was really cold outside. So I had my sweater covering half my hand, and I just have my little fingers poking out like this to like do the mic.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
everyone's commenting about, well, this guy's hand is so small. What the fuck's going on with that hand, yo?
That's what they
And I'm like,
comment
it was cold
on.
out, yo.
Like it has nothing to do, no offense, Bonggun, but it has nothing to do with the content. It's just like, oh, it's little face.
But so
run.
it's true. Like little things like that, if you make like little like weird movements or whatever
Yeah.
in videos, that's why some of those go viral for that reason.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
2 seconds in a 15-second video or whatever.
I know.
I'm in so many of those with Bonggun now.
Yeah, you have so many.
We filmed another one at my house when he was leaving that day, and I had a show to go to, and I'm like, yeah, I can just do one take. And he's like, all right, just 2 takes then. I'm like, all right, fucking 2 takes. And then immediately somebody comes outside, ruins the first take, so it's already like, and he's like, well, we still have to do 2 more. That one doesn't count. I'm like, no, that's the whole point of doing 2 takes.
Yeah,
Like, I got somewhere to go.
It takes a while. We did 3 when I was with him.
When you're doing running ones too, I'm like, I can't. That day, I'm like, I'm not doing any chasing ones.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but you know what I was thinking? That's cute. This is a new topic. The last time we did a podcast together, me and you, we were like, we like knew each other and we were like friends, but it's like now we're like besties.
Yeah,
you know?
we barely knew each other.
We barely knew each other. You were just like, do you want to be on my podcast? And I was like, sure. And now it's like I'm on your podcast and we're like besties.
Yeah, we're close enough that you can come and tell me everything I've done wrong in all the past episodes. By the way, this is an uncut show, unedited, so don't say anything you don't want on the show.
Oh, okay.
I should have told you that earlier.
Yeah, probably.
But I'm sorry for all the guests that I've in history, but
I just had to call out for Hannah. And then everyone else, you're fine.
Well, yeah, Hannah has you sitting on your bad
too.
side, so I don't know why you'd be sticking up for her.
Hannah does have me sitting on my bad side, honestly.
But one thing also, tough love from a friend. Hannah wore her shoes in my house last time, and no one's ever wore their shoes in my house. I really didn't like it. But then I started looking at my house, and I'm like, yeah, but am I cleaning my area enough to make people feel like this is a shoes off place? And I thought maybe I'm not.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So
like, let's discuss and debate. Like if you have a clean place,
right.
Also, if you have a dirty place, I don't want to take my shoes off.
Of course not. But here's the thing. In my mind, I'm like, I'm messy clothes-wise.
Right.
But I don't have like
different than
garbage
dirt.
and fucking food and everything. But still, I look around the place, I'm like, it's still not like, it ain't clean. So I got to clean it up. So also, I cleaned it up. And did it look clean today?
Your living room was very clean.
Yeah, that's what I cleaned.
Yeah.
I didn't do the bathroom yet.
Yeah, I can tell you didn't do the bathroom
there's not enough
yet.
time in the day to do everything. It took because I have ADD, ADHD, whatever I have. It took me fucking 6 hours to clean that room. But I also went through every drawer, got rid of clothes. I made 2 bags of clothes to give away. Fucking Danté might start dressing like me soon.
That's
we'll see.
nice. That's great news. It's funny because, like, yeah, your house, well, I mean, now it's the living room is clean, but you have all these, like, air purifiers. But it's funny to have, like, an air purifier when, like, your house is, like, a mess. Like, you just have, like, before, like, like before today, you just had an air purifier going for, like, your dust on the floor on your clothes.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
like a candle
this place might
burning.
be messy, but fuck, that air's going to be pure. You're going to be able to fucking take a deep breath in there, that's for sure.
You can't take a deep breath in the bathroom, but you can take a deep breath on the air purifier.
Depending on what you're doing in the bathroom, you don't want to take a deep breath anyways.
That's a good point. Why clean the bathroom when you're not breathing in there anyways?
Oh,
God.
Man, we're learning a lot today.
Are those your notes, Jam?
This is like to show me which sound effects are what. And then it's most times I just have a couple topics if we get to it, but a lot of times we don't even get to it. Yeah. But one thing I did write down, or I didn't even write down, that we were talking about before is what a cousin is.
Right.
Because you asked me what this penguin is. I said it's my niece makes it. You told me that I should be calling her my cousin once removed, which I think is a lot more words to say than my niece. But if I have a cousin that has a kid, I call them a niece or a nephew. You said that's cousin once removed. You said that's what, Danté?
Say that again.
What do you call your cousin's kid?
I call them my cousin's kid.
Yeah,
that's just my cousin.
You call it a cousin.
Yeah.
And
It's
you call
a
it a cousin
cousin.
once removed.
Well, no, I don't call it a cousin once removed. Like, it is a cousin. And then if someone said, oh, how, like, what? Is it a first cousin? Is it a second cousin? Then you say, oh, it's my cousin's kid, which I think is my cousin once removed. But I would still just call them my cousin. But it's not, like, immediate family, and it's not niece or nephew. But you could, but also, like, you could call her your niece if you guys are, like, super close, but that's not the technical term for it.
Fair.
You know?
Yeah.
I have a lot of cousins. I have no first cousins, but I have a lot of, like, fifth cousins and, like fourth cousins twice removed, and I call them all my cousins.
Fair. I mean, I think you're allowed to call, but I think I'm allowed to call nieces and nephews too.
But she's not your niece.
But who's defining it?
Literally, it's a definition.
Is it though? Is it a definition?
Yes.
Well, the point that I wanted to make is that
yes.
different cultures have different names for these positions.
Right. But they're still positions.
Yeah, but it's
like, do you have any family? Okay, do you have any family friends where your parents? It's not like their brother or sister, but they call you. You call them like uncle whatever or aunt whatever.
I know what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
But, like, technically speaking, they're not my aunt or uncle.
Okay,
but in real life they are.
Yeah, you still call exactly.
In real life, they are.
So this one that makes this Lexus _ creations. That one my cousin had when she was young. So like we were close enough in age that like they never really called me uncle. But then her two little sister and brother call me Uncle James.
That's fine,
So then-
but it's not your uncle. You're not.
So then
their
I'm just like,
uncle.
well,
But you are in the world of like my friend had a kid and she'll always be like, oh, it's Aunt Monica.
yeah.
So it's like that. But
So you are Aunt Monica then.
Yeah, but
So
like,
you're an aunt.
But if
Like, will it hold up in court? I don't know.
bloodline, yeah, it won't. That's what I'm saying. It won't hold up in court. But Dante's trying to be romantic with it, you know.
I'm being real about it.
Do you think that's real though?
bad man.
If someone calls you your aunt,
Yeah,
yeah, because people do that.
yeah.
Okay, you go ahead and tell the child, no, I'm not your
If you
aunt.
go to court and fight for custody
No,
of the
I-
kid after the parents are dead, do you have less of a claim because
Now
you're
I
not
just sound like a horrible person. No, I'm just saying like you do have less of a claim if you're not
like
if you're not
you
blood.
like yeah. I'm thinking.
What
no,
if they're
you're right.
godparent?
Yeah.
That has more claim.
Does a godparent have more claim?
Godparent, I think, literally does have more claim. I think one of the roles of the godparent is to take care of the kids if you die. I think that's one of the things that you say when you're naming them.
That's the ultimate emergency contact.
Really? See,
Yeah.
we don't do godparents in Judaism. It's not really like a thing. It's just like the blood, I think.
No, it's a Christian thing.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah, when you get baptized, you get godparents.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just thought.
Do you have godparents?
Yeah, I do. I have a godparent.
What happened to the other one?
It was just the one.
might
Just the one
just be-
person signed up.
Godmother or godfather?
Godmother.
True. I was thinking,
But she's also not blood related.
can't even get a black godfather to step up these days, yo.
I was waiting for that. That's what I'm like, I can't say it.
I didn't know if I should
I don't know
say
if
it.
Jam's going to say it.
But we do call her auntie though, even though she's not blood related.
Yeah.
And for my whole life, she's been my aunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's
So she's an aunt.
My
She's
dad's
your
cousin I
aunt.
call auntie.
Yeah, and that's your auntie, but it's like if you go to court and someone's like, it has to, whatever, it has to be blood or it has to be
Yeah.
your
We need to get a
related
lawyer on the case. We need
family.
to get that family law guy that you fucking posting about the other day.
Oh yeah, I got a sponsored ad for like a divorce lawyer, and I'm like, I've literally been single for 20 years. I've literally been single for 31 years, and then
But he thanked you for sharing it.
yeah, and then I shared it because I'm like, this is so jokes, and then he's like, thank you so much for sharing my post. I'm like, you're welcome.
You posted one thing on your story today that I was going to comment on to you, but I'm like,
Okay.
I'll save it for the pod.
Yeah, save it
do
for the
around
pod.
here. And you had to ask what song was being played in this yoga
Yeah.
studio.
Yes.
And you thought you might be being annoying, but I think people love when you ask them what song was that.
Okay, that's all the comments that I
Yeah.
got.
I think they probably made her day.
Yeah, because it
That
was
she's like, oh my God, I get to tell her about this song that I fucking selected to play during this thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
because it was a week ago, and I kind of forgot about it, and then I literally was looking everywhere for this song. Like I was Googling it, like in my dreams, 80s song, but like I couldn't find it. And then when I posted that email, 3 people commented being like, oh, is it this song? And it was. And I'm like, why was it not on Google? Anyways, so yeah, everyone was like, no, she probably like loves
She loved
that.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
She was like, I don't know if this is inappropriate. I mean, like, she's not gonna listen to this, but she was like quite old, but she could do yoga. But I was like, this is wild.
Like that. Was she doing any crazy poses?
She was like very flexible.
What's the one called where you go on your hands and you put your knees on your elbows and you just float
I think
like
it's
that?
the crow or something.
That one, if I saw an old lady doing that one, I'd be impressed.
She wasn't doing that, but there were only 3 people in the class, and then
Okay.
like I was new, and someone else hurt their back, and she like looked at us, and she was like, "I guess we'll go light today," and I was like, "Okay, bitch." Not bitch, but you
Yeah.
know. Like,
But
you know,
she-
when they look at you in the yoga class and they're like, I guess we're doing like a easy class
Yeah.
today.
Oh, I guess it's gonna be a lot of child pose today. Probably gonna start shavasana a little bit early.
Just do Shavasana. They look at you and they're like, well, I guess this whole time is Shavasana.
Man, I used to do hot yoga, and I should get back to it because it does help you. Like,
It's really nice.
It's also nice to just get like put your phone away for an hour
Yeah.
and just have your breathing.
Yeah,
Breathe, because yoga is
Breathing.
breathing.
I know.
And breathe, like all poses aside, taking an hour just to breathe properly.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice.
Sometimes I cry in Shavasana, if I'm being honest, because sometimes the instructor like guides you through something, like they start talking or whatever, and sometimes I'm like, I start off being like, yeah, this is bullshit, this is garbage, and then they like start talking, and I'm like, oh, that's actually beautiful, and I cry sometimes.
Tears of joy.
Yeah, and well, like just tears, and then I feel like. And then I feel like much better after, if I'm
nice.
being honest.
Yeah.
I actually only did that once, and then I cried once in a spin class because they played Big Girls Don't Cry by Fergie.
Oh my God.
And it was just, they were like, you can close your eyes, just take this time for you. And I cried.
So my neighbor, when I used to deliver furniture, he was my boss, and he loved that song so much. And when that song came out, like the year it came out, he would look for radio stations to play it. This is before like we had phones to plug in. This is like when I was in high school. He would look for, flip the station to play it twice in a row if he could. His ringtone was "Big Girls Don't Cry."
It's
that
a
song,
banger.
like, it is a good song, but like it was a nightmare for me to listen to it that year.
Did he say why he liked it so much?
He had daughters where it was like he probably had some difficult relationships with them. Used to see him fight in the driveway every once in a while.
Yeah.
I hope you know.
I hope you know that it had nothing to do with you. It's personal, myself and I. Is she saying to her dad? There's been out to do.
Or maybe.
And I'm gonna miss you like a child misses their blanket, because I've gotta move on with my life. It's time to be. We're finishing this part. A big girl now. And big girls don't cry like a little school. Okay, then it goes on.
Are you Googling what it's about?
No.
Sometimes I think Danté has like he's reading my mind, and then almost every time he's not.
We got to do more episodes. I'm just writing down timestamp.
Okay.
30 minutes and Big Girls
30
Don't
minutes,
Cry.
they fucking sing. They fucking think they're singers at 30
Might
minutes.
be a clip.
Is Big Girls Don't Cry about her dad or about
a man?
About a man that she's saying, I'm treating you this way, and it's got nothing to do with you. It's because of the way I was raised, because my dad didn't love me properly. Maybe that's what it's. I think there's some kind of dad aspect going on.
I never thought there was a dad aspect.
I just thought that because of him.
Yeah.
So.
I'm trying. Yeah, well, it has nothing to do with you.
It's have nothing to do with
But
you.
it has to do with herself. So it could be with her dad, it could be just like herself. But herself comes from her childhood.
Big Girls Don't Cry by Fergie portrays the internal conflict that Fergie struggles with while in a relationship with her lover. She finds that she needs to be free and figure out what she wants in her life.
Oh, I hate that.
I was wrong.
I don't like.
So what the hell is this guy's obsession with that song?
Maybe he got broken up with by a girl.
No, he had a wife the whole time. I live next to him. But what were you gonna say, Monica?
I was gonna say like she broke up with him. I guess that makes sense, and it has nothing to do with you. I'm breaking up with you.
Like she just needs time to herself.
Yeah, but then
That's
why
like
are you crying? You're the one breaking up with someone.
Big
It's
girls
not
don't
me.
cry. She's not
It's
crying.
not you, it's me. That's what she's basically saying. It's not you, it's me.
I hate that. I wanted her to be sad, but I guess she is sad.
She said, breaking up, even when you're the breaker upper, is sad. Whoa, you put those new eyelashes to work heavy there.
Yeah.
Put that. I wonder if we can slow that down and count how many times, guys.
Timestamp my eyelashes.
What do you call that?
My 300 eyelashes fluttering.
Fluttering. Yeah, that was a heavy flutter.
That's my lash place. Flirty flutters.
Wow.
I'm really good at
You should get a promo code.
I should.
Do it to the camera. Flirty flutters.
You shouldn't be doing this for free.
Bleep bleep.
Just black out my eyelashes.
You don't think the breaker upper can ever be sad?
The breaker upper can be sad. Like I've like broken up with people and it's been like sad, but I'm more sad when I get broken up with.
I don't know.
What do you think?
I think
Are you more sad when you've been broken up with or when you've broken up with someone?
I think breaking up with someone tormented me for longer.
Oh, because you had your whole
The lead up to it,
right,
and then the actual doing. Like I if I could make a clean break, maybe it wouldn't bother me as much. But like the times that I've broken up with girls, it's been like a year and a half process to really get that break done.
right. Like you're still, yeah.
Like almost break up, not do it. Like she fucking convinced me not to do it. Then we get, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's easy to break up with someone on the phone, but when you look at them in the face, it's like, oh, wait a second.
Yeah.
I actually like you and care about you. It's hard to do this in person.
True. I'm probably not supposed to say this, but whatever. But so my friend,
I can't cut anything out.
that's fine.
Okay.
My friend, she she was dating someone, and like in the first few months of them dating, just don't clip it.
Okay.
In the first few months of them dating, he like tried to break up with her, and she was like, no. And now they've been together for 7 years, and they're like about to get married.
Yeah,
because she was like, "You're not breaking up with
That's
me."
exactly what. Well, let's see if they actually get married.
No, they're so they're so happy and they're so in love. And he's like, the reason I didn't want to bring this up is because he's like, I hate when you tell that story because I know it was like a mistake that I ever wanted to like end it.
Are you gonna tell that at their wedding?
No.
You know, these guys almost broke up when they first got together. And
get
thank
wasted.
God she just fucking said no.
Just get wasted. Steal
Ladies,
the mic.
remember, you can say no. If a man wants to break up with you, you can just say no.
I know. I want to do that one time. Like someone tries to break up with me and I'm like, nah.
Oh, that happened once a month with me and my ex.
And then you just said okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you just stayed together.
For 6-7 years and almost got married.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even then.
But you were like, you knew. I think you knew deep down you didn't want to get.
But even then, when I called off the engagement,
Right.
still stayed together for another. Like she's like, all right, we don't need to plan the wedding. We can still see it. Anyways, that's a story for another day.
For not a podcast.
That
That doesn't get edited.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, she's happily ever after. So
Yeah.
am I. I've never been happier. What?
Yeah,
Press
sound
the blue
effect.
I don't have it's not crying anymore.
Oh, it's not?
No, it's.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, men cry sometimes too. Are they sad? Yep.
I
that
like
was
that one.
it was a crying sound effect 2 weeks ago when Hannah came on. She said she wanted a crying sound effect.
She had a lot of demands, eh?
Man,
I didn't have any demands.
first time I had a woman on the podcast, fucking turned the place upside down.
I showed up and I was like, there's one square of toilet paper and some water. What else could I ask for?
That's what I'm talking about. Usually I am really stocked up with toilet paper, like to the point where it's like, it's crazy how much toilet paper I have.
Right.
You just came on the fucking worst day.
Well,
And I would have went and got some,
right.
but I spent all day cleaning.
Right. All day cleaning the living room only.
Yeah, but I also went through every drawer in my dresser. I moved the dresser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's a big thing.
It's
Yeah.
a big change. It's like I don't know when the
He's
last
been
time
here.
you
I
were
was here a
but-
while ago, but I think I like blacked out because it was so like there was a lot happening.
Damn, yo.
No, because we were also like we were in a rush, so I wasn't like looking around. But I remember being like,
Oh, that day. Okay.
but I remember being like, "Do you want me to take my shoes off?" And you were like, "Yeah, I'd prefer if you took your shoes
you were
off." And
like,
I looked around and I
"Fuck!"
was like, actually like upset. Yeah.
Nightmare.
I was like, I don't.
But today, you felt fine taking your shoes off until you got to the bathroom.
Until
You're
I got
wish
to the
had,
bathroom.
I wish I had a full hazmat suit on.
Yeah. Then I wish that I picked up my shoes from the front and brought them to the bathroom.
The bathroom shoes.
Brought my own toilet
Yeah.
paper.
But next time you come,
brought my own toilet.
everything's gonna be good.
Okay, I'll be waiting.
New
on
toilet
it.
too? Goddamn.
The toilet's not in great shape, Jam.
All right.
You know,
We'll get hey, I'm working on it.
yeah, you're working through it. You have your air purifier.
The air, one thing we can say is the air is pure in here.
One thing we can say is the air is pure in this no circulation room.
Yeah. Oh man. No, but I want to get. Hey, if anyone's a professional cleaner that wants to clean my place and
For free, right?
not for free, but
okay.
give me a discount at least.
Okay, yeah,
Fuck
yeah.
it, do it for free. You know what I mean? I'll show you out. There's people with messy bathrooms and kitchens here that need help.
Yeah.
And I'm one of them. So
Yeah. You can
give
be
me
like,
a promo code and fucking come clean it up.
Yeah. No, you can. You can sponsor them on the podcast and be like, I used to have podcast guests over that used to shit on my bathroom. Get it? Shit on my bathroom. Haha. But now everyone's like, wow, this is the cleanest bathroom I've ever seen.
Now I go barefoot in the bathroom. I'm like, oh, my socks don't even deserve to touch this.
Be in the bee.
That'd be a crazy demand when you go to someone's house and they say, you have to take my shoes off. Yeah, you have to take your socks off too, actually. It's bare feet only in this
You have
house.
to cut your foot open so that your bone touches the floor. I don't like skin on the floor.
I need complete bottomless, actually. I don't know where your pants have been today.
You actually have to handstand.
I just give them like a little nightie to put on.
Yeah. You have to Purell your feet.
That's great.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Did you watch Squeaky Links? Sneaky Links?
No, I didn't.
Squeaky links. I can't read my own light.
But you know what I was just thinking? Back to toilets. Circling
Let's go
back
back.
to toilets.
Let's go back to toilets. Flush it.
Because, I have that joke about, like, in every house there's the serious toilet and the for-show toilet. And then someone was saying, like, you can really tell who a person is by, like, how their toilet is, like, set up. Like, do they have those, like, doolies in the toilet? Do they, like, you have, like, a square next to your toilet of, like, the buttons that you can...
Oh, a bidet.
Do they have a heated toilet? Do they have, like... That's how you know someone's, like, serious about their shits or not. Or if their toilet is, like, so clean and there's, like, the poo-pourri and all that stuff, but the rest of their house is, like, a mess, like, they take their shits, like, seriously.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Fair.
Like, wet wipes, baby wipes in the toilet. Like, shit's going down.
Upgrading to a bidet was great. I recommend.
I've never used a bidet. I had one growing up, though, in my, like...
Take it for a spin.
No, I don't want to go back in there. But I had a bidet all growing up, and I was so scared of it, I never even turned it on. Like, I had it in my bathroom in my house growing up. That's all I had to say about bidets. You can go on to the next topic.
No, yeah. Are you a bidet guy, Dante?
No. Don't have one.
I just got one this year. Yeah, or the end of last year. Yeah, it's pretty new to me too.
I don't like the concept.
The concept of squirting water up your ass.
No, because then the water like splashes and stuff.
On what?
I don't know. I would assume if it's going into your ass, it's not just straight up into your.
It's not like, I mean, you could turn it up to a powerfulness where it would splash on things, but you can also just gently give yourself a little rinse.
Why don't you
It's
just
like a
use
water fountain stream.
Yeah.
Oh, I always thought it was.
But
like
it could be a
Like
super
a
soaker.
jet.
Yeah, I really thought it was like a harsh jet.
It can. It can be a harsh jet.
Oh,
if you
but it
turn
can
up.
also be chill.
It can also be chill.
Why don't people just use like baby wipes?
People do use baby wipes.
But then why would you use a bidet and not just a baby wipe?
Oh, a bidet over baby wipe?
Yeah.
I think bidet's probably...
It's more.
It's cleaner.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just, and you can just fucking turn it on and you don't have to fucking grab new baby wipes every time, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know why people are doing it, but
like it.
I made the change and I like it. Yeah.
Okay.
Now I was on the road for a week and it was Vancouver or BC, all around BC, hotels every day, 1-ply toilet paper. Going from a bidet and like cashmere toilet paper to like 1-ply every day.
Yeah.
My ass was just blood.
I'm sure.
It was just all blood.
It's like because your ass got used to the
My ass
high class.
Yeah, my ass is fucking living in a penthouse, and then all of a sudden it's in the outhouse.
Yeah. That's so funny that like you have a bidet and an air purifier in here, and it's like the fucking like messiest place. Like not now, but you know what I'm saying. It's not the messiest.
I'm trying to change the narrative around here.
Did you try to?
I'm trying to change the narrative around here. So I'm working on it, man.
Did you try to change it since Hannah gave you tough love, or what, were you thinking about it before?
No,
that?
before that I was thinking I need to hire a cleaner, but I need to get rid of a bunch of stuff to get it that way. So it was already on my mind.
Okay,
but coming in and not taking her shoes off, the disrespect,
right,
definitely was the push over the edge.
And she didn't ask you, should I take my shoes off?
I didn't notice until like an hour in.
Yeah,
Okay,
like
so
I looked at him
minutes
like,
into
"Do you have
the
your
pod.
shoes on?"
During
she's
the
like-
pod?
Yeah, she
I
had
think
her shoes
it
on
was
the
just
couch.
after.
Right.
No, it was during, I think. Like closer to the end when we were wrapping up.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
she
have
was
to check
texting
the
me.
tape.
She's like, me and Jam are fighting
About shoes.
about shoes. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we watched Canada's Got Talent, and it turns out Canada doesn't have talent. No,
Canada has
it was
some
great.
talent.
It had some talent, but
Yeah.
the singer that won didn't even write his own song, and there was like 3 or 4 singers, and only one of them wrote his own music.
Yeah.
So it's like, come on.
And he didn't
The
even
comedians
win.
write their own jokes.
Yeah.
So shout out to the comedians. We know Darren Leo and Cy Kit. Darren at least got a lot of money out of it,
Yeah. Golden buzzer.
and I'm sure it'll work out for Cy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I speaking of Cy, I opened a fortune cookie the other day. It is Chinese.
At Freetimes?
At Freetimes.
Yeah.
Not a Chinese place, Jewish place. Wow, we're tying it all together. Monica
Yeah.
Jewish,
The
Cy
Jewish and the
Chinese.
Chinese.
They
we
like
love
to
each
link up.
other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had not a great set.
Okay.
I had not a great set. I was opening for a boss, or not. He was just his Boston French shows, and sometimes his crowds, let's say, they don't hear about sex,
Right.
And I've learned that, and I'd known that already. But that day, I don't know why, I just still did my own thing, whatever. and I was like, "Fuck, I felt a little bad after, and then I opened up a fortune cookie, and it said, "Your efforts will be rewarded."
Hey.
So there you go.
You know, I took 2 fortune cookies once from there, from Times Cafe.
Double fortune.
Yeah, and one said, like, your energy is magnetic, and then the other one was, like, you have magnetic energy.
Damn.
And I was like, do they all just say this? But then I went back, and it was a different one, and you had a different one.
So you took 3?
No, the next one I took was a different time.
Oh, okay.
They were
Sometimes I
both
take
about
3.
magnetic energy.
Yeah. The 2 that I took at the same time,
The
yeah.
2 that you took at the same time, almost as if they stuck together like magnets. But if you put 2 magnets together, they push each other apart. So it's actually crazy that you got those 2 together.
That's beautiful and scientific. I love fortune cookies. They're tasty.
What's your etiquette with eating a fortune cookie? Do you open it, read the fortune, and then eat it, or do you crack it open, eat half, eat what you read the fortune? Like, do you have a system?
I have to read the fortune first.
Fortune first.
And then I get to enjoy the cookie after I read my fortune.
Okay. How about you, Dante? Do you have a way?
I take it out the wrapper, and then I bite it, and then I pull the fortune cookie out of my, like the fortune part.
That's
out of my
insane. That's actually psychotic.
Like, because you break it in half,
Yeah.
right? It's like, depending on if the paper's on the one side or the other.
So the
side.
paper, does your paper get on your lips, or you try
Yeah,
and
his paper
flawlessly?
gets in his mouth.
No, I think what he's saying is he breaks off half so that the fortune's hanging out from the cookie.
No,
inside
that's
of
not
his
what
mouth.
he's saying.
Yeah.
Okay, you bite it,
Yeah.
and then your teeth are closed, and then it's in your teeth.
Yeah, like teeth, lips, like it's.
You floss with it. I'm gonna floss.
Yeah,
with
it's
my
in your
fortune.
mouth.
And then, well, sometimes maybe it's in the.
Sometimes it could be, but it could be in your mouth.
Yeah.
Okay.
I might have my fortune on
It's
me.
weird how we all live such
Got that
different
thing on me?
lives.
And for me, I break it open, I eat half, and then I read the half.
That's
That's my way.
What
to
does
go.
your fortune say?
Oh, was I supposed to read it? You're not supposed to tell people, right?
Really?
Really?
I just told everyone.
I just told everyone too.
Fuck! Now my efforts aren't gonna be rewarded.
Now my
Damn
energy is
it.
not magnetic.
No. Mine said, enjoy your good health every day.
Damn.
Damn,
you
I
just
hope
die
that-
now.
I hope that stays.
That's crazy.
It's funny because I was sick like a week or 2 beforehand.
Oh.
So I was like,
I
like when
knew.
you
Enjoy it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where'd you get your fortune cookie?
Free times.
Free
Oh,
times.
free times. Yeah.
Free times.
You know what do
Where the only thing free is the fortune cookies. Free times.
And the water.
and the water.
And the water.
Yeah.
Yep.
And sitting in the booth. You can sit in the booths for free if you're a comic.
What booth?
I don't know, just like the tables and stuff. Usually you have to
I
order
guess.
something.
There's definitely.
She gets but there's an area for us.
There is. But if you went on like an open mic night
Yeah.
and you don't order something,
Yeah.
she'll hold you upside down by your fucking ankles and see if what falls out of your pockets. that was such an unsmooth way of saying that. I had like so many stutters in my head.
You said that as if that was like a saying. Like you
A
said
bad
that as if I was gonna know what you were talking about.
She's gonna make sure you spend money, is what I'm saying. I think that would be fair to say.
Do you think so?
On an open mic night?
Yeah. If you're like a
Oh,
patron
yeah.
in that room,
Oh my god, yeah.
I guess so.
It's the most aggressive service I've ever had at any place ever.
I don't think I've ever gone.
On a
Well, you used to go to the open mic there, but I never went to the
Yeah,
open
yeah.
mic there. I went to the open mic there for a music open mic on a date that I went on, but then he like bought the drink.
But I will say this. I'm saying it as it sounded like I'm hating. You gotta fucking spend money to keep the places open.
Yeah,
Especially
you
if you're
do.
doing open mics.
And Free Times is like a great venue.
It's a great venue.
Yeah.
Great venue. Great owner. Yeah.
She remembered me because I went there for Father's Day like last year, which is almost a year ago now.
Mm-hmm.
And I went back like last week. I mean, I've been back like doing comedy, but she's like, you were here at the brunch for Father's Day. I was like, that was a year ago. And she remembered.
That's not the I meant to say. That's nice. And I accidentally
I'll
hit
just shut the fuck
shut
up.
shut
I was just asked to be here and share my stories and my time
Oh, that was
with
an
no
accident.
toilet paper.
No, you used the last of it. Fucking,
did.
Monica uses so much fucking toilet paper.
I used one
Just three
square of
I
toilet
had three
paper.
rolls in there, and she
He
comes
had
out.
one
just-
square of toilet paper in
my
his
toilet-
entire
My
apartment.
toilet is clogged from all the toilet paper that she's stuffing in there.
There was no toilet to even clog it in. I was just trying not to touch anything.
Fucking broke my bidet too.
Oh God.
All right, we have two segments that we like to do here before we leave.
Okay.
One of them is animal fun fact of the day from yahoo.com.
Okay.
When's the last time you used yahoo.com?
I use Yahoo email. I have a Yahoo email.
When?
But I don't use Yahoo.com.
You still use Yahoo email?
Yeah. For
Damn.
like my spam and random shit. That was funny.
For spam and random shit, you send it all to the Yahoo?
Yeah, into my Yahoo.
Nice.
Yeah.
I used to use Hotmail. That was my old email.
Right. And now I have a Gmail, but now I have a new Gmail for comedy.
Do you remember what your first email address ever was?
Yeah.
Can you say it, or is it
Yeah,
private?
it's just like really stupid.
Mine was stupid too.
No, but mine was like beyond stupid.
What was it?
Popcorn ducky, because I exactly. No, I once so I brought popcorn to school. Like my mom gave me popcorn, and for some reason the Ziploc bag like looked like it was shaped like a duck. So then I was trying to figure out what my first email would be, and my friend was like, "Oh my God, remember you had that popcorn that looked like a duck? Why are you making popcorn ducky?" And my mom was like, "That's the stupidest idea I've ever fucking heard." And I'm like, "No, it's so fun." What was
How many
yours?
years did you have it?
I don't
Is
know.
that a quick one?
Well, no, like until a Hotmail came along.
True. My first Hotmail was juicy cantaloupe at hotmail.com.
Oh, okay.
But that one didn't last long. I don't even like cantaloupe. I don't know. I was just like, just
remember
making
the
myself laugh.
origin?
I thought it was funny. I'm like, call it juicy cantaloupe. But then I made it JCC_blah7 at hotmail.com.
JCC. Wait, Juicy Cantaloupe. James Cummins.
I guess. I don't think that was the origin.
Yeah, it's JC.
Yeah. JCC. Yeah, you know me.
Yeah.
I used to have a rap in grade 5. Yeah, my name's JCC. Yeah, you know me. I can kick your ass so easily, but I don't hit girls because that's my policy. That was my fucking.
That's my policy. It's your policy not to hit girls. That's your grade 5 rap
That was my
telling
grade
people that you're a feminist because you don't hit
I could kick everyone's ass here, but not you ladies.
because that's my policy.
I know a lot of these guys don't have that policy. A lot of these guys will beat the shit out of you.
They don't have my policy.
They gotta subscribe to my policy of not kicking women's asses.
My personal policy. Oh God, what a time.
Grade 5, hell yeah.
Okay, so Yahoo, and you do an animal thing. What's
Oh,
the
Yahoo.
animal
Yeah,
thing?
what's the animal fun fact of the day?
The animal fun fact of the day, since we were talking about fluttering earlier, this
Okay.
one is about butterflies.
Pop off, Danté.
Butterflies can taste with their feet using something called chemoreceptors.
Okay.
Chemoreceptors to help identify plants. Females select the correct leaf on which to lay eggs by drumming it with their feet to release juices.
Well, the interesting thing about that today is we talked a lot about cleanliness on the floor.
Yeah,
and
that
I think,
fact wasn't that, but that was good.
I
Wrapped
think,
around.
I think if you went barefoot on my floor today, it would taste a lot better than it did last week.
Did you know that tuna fish are 300 pounds or over?
Not all of them.
Yeah, yeah.
Not when they're born.
They're like minimum 300
They're not
pounds.
born 300
Okay,
pounds.
they're not born 300 pounds, but they grow to
They can
300
grow
pounds
to
or
300
over.
pounds. Yeah.
On
They
average,
can be
yeah.
2,000 pounds. And they
Yeah.
eat everything in the sea.
What have you been watching? Wild tuna?
No, I didn't know that. I have this like friend who's into like health, and then tuna has a lot of
Mm.
mercury because they're fucking eating everything in the sea because they're 300 plus pounds.
And mercury's bad for you.
Yeah.
So we shouldn't be eating tuna?
No.
Damn.
Well,
We shouldn't be eating tuna now because the water is polluted.
What's going on with
That was really loud.
the tuna's out?
Danté was mid fact.
Yeah, I thought it was a good background music for the fact of it's because the water's so polluted.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of mercury in the water. So all the fish that eat everything, right? They have the smaller fish have the mercury in it, and then the tuna eats the smaller fish with the mercury, and that's why the tuna has mercury. And then people eat the tuna that has all the mercury in it, and now you have mercury in your body.
What does mercury come from?
It's an element.
Is it in metal?
It is a metal.
Because also they put tuna in tuna cans, which are metal, which have mercury in them. Now there's mercury in mercury.
They don't.
Oh, I've been seeing tuna for a long time in those fucking cans. It's been all around us. How do we not know?
No, those are aluminum cans. You can't eat like raw mercury. But one thing I will say about mercury is that mercury is one of the only metals that is a liquid at room temperature.
Ew.
Mercury.
It's liquid at this temperature. If you had mercury in here, it would be liquid.
And where would it be not liquid? Cold?
Cold.
Or
yeah,
heat?
if it's colder.
If it's colder.
Yeah.
So on a winter day, I pick up some mercury outside the house. I bring it inside and it just becomes melted?
Yeah, well, it's poisonous, so you shouldn't really be touching it with your hands. But like you'll see like guys, I used to watch a lot of science videos, but like they have like the rubber glove and then they'll put like a block of mercury in their hand and then you could just see it melt and then they have like little silvery water.
And then we have that in our bodies.
I've never been a big tuna guy.
Neither have I.
I actually found it really disgusting for most of my life. But then one of my friends, his mom would make like a nice tuna salad, whatever. Like she put like nice peppers in there and stuff. And I remember when I had it at his house, this is probably when I was like 19, 20. Like I had gone most of my life without eating tuna. And then at his house, I liked it.
Tuna?
But it's not something that I'll ever get on my own.
Tuna can be good. And sometimes I'll try to eat it to like mix it up from salmon. Like a tuna sushi roll. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think that's a great name for a tuna can. Tuna can be good. Tuna can be good. That's a good brand for a tuna can.
For a tuna can.
When you said tuna can be good, I'm just seeing, I immediately went into advertising in my head.
I like how it's like can be good, might not be.
Like,
might not
you've
be
tasted
small
tuna.
letters.
I know a lot of you have ate tuna and thought, shit, this sucks. But tuna can be good. Get tuna can be good.
But to be honest, tuna can be good, but it can also be really bad.
All right, I know what I'm selling as merch.
Tuna can be good.
Tuna can be good. Get a picture of Monica just holding a tuna can.
It can be.
It can be good.
It
I think
can.
most tuna is shit, but tuna can be good. And how can it be good? That's the next question.
Oh God.
What makes it good?
Oh, okay. Do you remember they used to have those little like packages? Those like the tuna and the crackers.
Yep.
That was good tuna.
Okay.
Also, like if you mix it
Was
with
that
like
real tuna though?
probably not. That was probably the 2,000-pound tuna with it was probably the mercury in the tuna.
So is mercury making tuna bigger?
No.
Is that okay?
It's just like tuna have always been big and they've always been eating everything, but now everything is gross.
I feel that tuna.
Yeah, that's how you explained. Yeah. And then so so tuna, yeah, so then but I thought tuna was like healthy. Like that's what annoys me. When I think tuna is like a little cute fish, I thought it was smaller than salmon and I thought it was
You thought
healthy.
it was the anchovy size?
Yeah. I thought it was like a sardine.
Yeah.
No.
Tunas are beast.
Yeah, no.
I was just in the rabbit hole. I was watching tuna, like the Japanese guys, and they're like cutting up a tuna.
Yeah.
It's like an hour-long video.
It's a whole thing. No, I posted a video on my TikTok and it's like actually doing well of me being like, what the fuck? I didn't know tuna were big. This is ruining my day. And everyone's commenting being like, how the fuck did you not know that? And then they sell like tuna for like millions of dollars in like Japan. And it's like a whole, and there's like tuna fishing and it's a whole thing.
Yep.
The other time I've enjoyed tuna is from sushi. So yeah, the Japanese know how to fuck with tuna for sure.
I also think raw, I've heard raw is like better, but that doesn't really make sense.
Raw is better.
Real bad.
Yep, it's true. Raw is better. And on that note,
There is also
Yeah, we're not done.
another tuna fact. There is a delicacy of moldy tuna. So they let it mold for like a couple of weeks, and then so you get like a blue tuna, like a fuzz. It's like a blue cheese.
Ew. That sounds horrible.
But I like blue cheese, but I don't like blue tuna.
You haven't tried blue tuna.
Have you tried blue tuna?
I don't eat fish.
Oh, so you're just like saying all these facts with no.
I went down the rabbit
Are you
hole.
veggie? Vegetarian?
No, I just
You
fish
don't eat-
makes me.
You don't even know if tuna can be good. You won't
No,
even.
tuna makes I like just fish makes me super nauseous, and I
Yeah.
want to
Just the
throw up.
smell of it?
Yeah,
Like even like fish and chips? Cook fish? Or
yeah. Like my parents eat fish, and whenever they're cooking it, I'm like,
yeah, the smell of it can be a little
and then when
tough,
I eat
but
it, I'm like, ugh.
I don't know. I bet I can get you to eat some fish that wouldn't make you sick. I'll trick you one day.
You better not.
You know what's good? That Emily.
Hey, you finished? This is actually really good. What is that? It's fish, you idiot.
Like a fish taco or something.
Oh, fish tacos are great.
Tacos. We're back at
Fish
tacos.
tacos are great.
Do
You
we
ever
have
tried fish tacos?
No.
No. Do we have
another segment?
one last segment? This
Okay.
is it. Final segment. I turned to a random page in the Bible and we find out what God has in store for us today. Don't worry, we'll keep it Old Testament today.
Okay. Did you pull out the Old Testament for me?
Well, the Old Testament just is before the New Testament.
Oh,
I didn't pull
okay.
it's we have it in our Bible,
It's
you
in
know.
the Bible.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you know about fucking Joshua? Is that in your books?
Yeah, but
All
I
right.
don't know anything about anything.
All right. I just go to a random. So this said, the spies saved by Rahab. Then Joshua, son of Nun, secretly sent out 2 spies from Shittim, saying, "Go, reconnoiter."
Did you start in the middle of a sentence?
Oh yeah, I turned to a random page and here's the thing, Monica. I turn to a random page, I see wherever my eyes go, and then I just read like 2 sentences from that, and I see if it applies to our episode at all today. And I would say like, what are we, 20 episodes in?
21.
21 episodes in, and
21?
I would say like 16 of them had
I
something
would
enough.
say, yeah, like
it was
probably
pretty high
closer to
rate.
18, yeah.
Pretty high rate that we've been able to say like, how does that sentence relate to it? All right?
Okay.
So then Joshua, son of Nun, secretly sent out 2 spies from Shittim, saying, "Go, reconnoiter the land and Jericho." When the 2 reached Jericho, they went into the house of a harlot named Rahab, where they lodged. But a report was brought to the king of Jericho that some Israelites had come there that night to spy out the land. So the king of Jericho sent Rahab order, "Put out the visitors who have entered your house, for they have come to spy."
I know how this relates.
I would love to hear it.
Wearing your shoes in the house. Hannah was like, Jam told me to take my shoes off, and we got in a fight, and then you changed your whole house, and then I came in, and now it's a clean house.
Sometimes you gotta send a spy 2 weeks ahead of your appearance on a podcast to make sure that the floors are clean, so you can take your shoes off and go just socks. But you might want to bring some slippers in the bathroom because it hasn't been cleaned yet. Should have told the spies to check that out for you too. You sent a fucking harlot.
And then she changed around the whole fucking podcast setup, and now I'm on my bad side. Pros and cons.
What do you like, clean socks or your face?
I'd rather
being on
my
the right-
face.
Oh,
Yeah. I can throw out the socks. This is engraved in the internet forever.
damn. Well, it is up there. Tell people where they can follow you, Monica.
Follow me at Monica Gross _ on Instagram. Monica is in Monica Lewinsky. Gross is in disgusting, and then an underscore because Monica Gross was taken, and then Monica Gross __ on TikTok because that's a whole other story that I can't get into. And then on YouTube, Monica Gross Comedy because you can't use underscores, or you can email me at monicagrosscomedy@gmail.com. And you can follow me also on Facebook, Monica Gross. Monica Gross 22, I think is the name on Facebook.
I really
it's
love
just Monica Gross.
Monica like Lewinsky, gross like disgusting.
Yeah, people like
that's great.
that.
Yeah.
Memorable.
Danté, where can people find you?
You can find me online at Shedante, CHEZDANTE, Foley Boy.
And if you're not following me already, fucking follow me, yo, at James. Come on
That'd
now.
be weird if they got to this point and they don't follow you
Well, there is like, I think there's some people that are on the YouTube that aren't on my Instagram.
on the YouTube.
They're on the YouTube. Make sure you're subscribing on the YouTube.
On the YouTube, on the Instagram.
Trying to get them subscribers up. So
on
I
the
can,
tweeter.
on the Twitter. On that Facebook.
On the toilet, on the bidet.
Hell yeah. You know what the fuck it is, baby. All right. Peace.
Real bad man.
Out in the street, they call it
Uncut Jams.